Ngày xa sắp bắn. Chúc mừng thì. Wabon, oke. Wah, kalau itu aku dapat. Outputnya, main output customnya. Main output yang clean. mbali.
And a very warm afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in once again for yet another semi-final match between Kenya Ports Authority and the Kenya Defence Forces. This is their second semi-final match. The first one having been played yesterday, where Kenya Ports Authority managed to win that match 3-2. An electrifying 5-setter it was. At the end of the day, it was the fourth semi-final match yesterday. Remember that Kpa are seeking to win this match if they are going to secure a position in the finals. If not, we'll be coming back yet again for another decider match. The first decider match having been confirmed to be between Kenya Commercial Bank volleyball team and Kenya Prisons ladies. They pulled up a resounding comeback and beat KCB 3-2. Therefore, we'll be back here for yet one match that will determine who gets to step into the finals. Kamara. The ball is in. According to the referee, Kpa taking an early lead at this point of the match. We are working on the scores. Apologies for that. The scores are 5-2. Now 3-5. Tell us where you're watching us from. Tell us your predictions for this match, as well as the team you are supporting. We appreciate your presence and your company during this live coverage. And it's Agri Kibungei with that service. Wanyama secures that point. Early lead for the Dockers. And will we be seeing another comeback from KDF, though it wasn't sufficient to secure the win for them. Kolotul unasema all the best to the Kenya defense. Joshua Mulinge unasema Kpa will win. And it's Brian Chumba watching us live from Chepkwenat. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, we are playing a best of 3 series in this semifinals match, meaning that you have to beat a team at least twice to secure a position in the next stage. So yesterday, Ramadan was the first semi-final match. Kpa will require to beat Kdf once again to proceed to the finals. If not today, tomorrow we'll be back here for yet another set or other match to determine the fate of this semi-final duo. Kamara serving for Bandari, and it's a timeout for Kpa. Elisha Aliwa yet to get a rhythm for this match. Kipsos unatutizama kutoka Norway, the best team win. Asante sana kwa kujiunga nasi. Elijah watching us from Utawala. KDF will win. Thank you for tuning in. Tulul, thank you so much for joining us. You're saying Mayawa, you're saying 3-0 in favor of the Blue Submarines. A die-hard fan for the Dockers. Hilary Kiplimo unasema all the best to KDF watching this match from Somalia. We appreciate your indulgence, and we hope you're enjoying these matches as just like we are. And it's out. The ball goes flying out of court. And it's going to be Kamara still at the service court, serving it out of play. 5 points to 10. Kpa in the lead. Nick serving. What a move by the setter, Omondi, and Zeki cementing that point for the Dockers. Wanyama will be serving a substitution for KDF. Muya steps in place of Moses Kipto, the sensational player who was really instrumental in that 5-setter between both teams yesterday. That substitution happening quite early in the set. We wonder what is happening. Muya once again. Moirore failing to pick that ball, as it's going to be Masharia serving. Aliwa deciding to start off Wechuli in the first 6 today. What a jump by Zeki. Wechuli could not stop him. And it's going to be Zeki going to serve. Zeki serving. Zeki with a serve. Agre Kibunge. And Omondi failing to block that ball. So Chuli to serve. Well served by Wechuli. Not the best of picks by Mururi. Molo down the line, catching Nick off guard. Completely off guard. And it's Omondi at the service court. Amon Chemongos unatutizama kutoka Namanga Boda. KDF Kichwa, thank you for tuning in. Kamara still in play. No, it's not. Masharia couldn't retrieve that ball. Cornelius Tarus unatutizama kutoka Mosoriot, Nandi County. Thank you for tuning in. Easily picked. Muya stopped by Omolo Dennis. JB Watt unatutizama kutoka Machakos County. May the best team win. Thank you for tuning in. Live from Naivasha, Suleiman. And live from Juakali Eldoret, Daniel Shioso unatutizama. Omondi still serving. KPA have since broadened that gap. Agre Kibungei hitting it down the line. Unfortunately, it goes out of play. And it's going to be Omondi serving. Kibungei once again. Solid block by Kamara. Unfortunately, it was not sufficient. The ball flies out of play. And now it's going to be Muya serving for KDF. Karaoke, you're sending love all the way from Nanyuki. Thank you for tuning in. Easily picked by the libero. Doesn't survive. Unfortunately, nobody responded. Monica Mudoni, unatakia KDF all the best. Thank you for tuning in. The scores are 16-10. And a simple finish. Wanyama couldn't contain it. Abraham To unatutizama kutoka Kapsabet. All the best to KPA. And live from Utawala, Koliman Kipchirchi. Agre Kibungei goes to serve. Must be, or rather, it most probably, no, it's a jump serve or a jump float. And it's going to be Omolo. It's a headshot. Muya on the receiving end of that hit by Omolo. If you ask me, if it was not for the height that Muya has, that ball was flying out of court. A little bit slow in reaction there, resulting to what just happened. Abraham To watching from Kapsabet. KPA all the best. Tirop Janet tuko behind KDF. Felistas Jepto ndio umesema ndo kudonjo kufika. Felija unasema uko Utawala. From Nanyuki, Moi Airbase, Alex Karaoke. You're watching us, and Submarines all the way. Laura Isigi, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of you. Brian Kamonde serving. Easily picked. Kibunge. And well executed down the middle. And it's going to be Wanyama, the touch on that ball. Roda unatutizama kutoka Malindi. Na kutoka Mombasa, Fuad Shirezi. All the best to Team KPA. kutoka Turukana, Kadeli. Thank you for tuning in. And it's going to be Nick Kimutai serving. Picked by Omolo Dennis. Picked by Kibunge. Not the best of finishes. They're going to be punished. And Wanyama is the punisher. Muya stopped him. Amon Kanye unasema Malindi mko locked. Thank you so much for joining us. Nelesh 94. Team ni KPA. Nick still serving. 2011. KDF trailing. Zeki, another body shot. KPA have come gun blazing. KPA not playing about this final slot. KDF need to win this. They are going to have the hope of making it to the finals. Omolo down the line. Easily set. Muya dodging it. Muirore picks it. Still in play. And it's going to be Masharia. The ball landing out of court. According to the referee. Second referee indicating that he did not see it. Again, we are wishing that we had the challenge technology in the country. Such instances wouldn't be happening. Wanyama, powerful serve, flying out of court. (21 KDF, or rather 21 KPA, KDF 12. Easily picked. Who will it be? Kamara on the net. Yes, the referee calls it. It's actually 14 now, 14-21 in favor of KPA. KPA enjoying quite the comfortable lead. Muirore picks it. Zeki cementing it at the back of the court. 22-14. Substitution, Zeki out. Youngster Jojo Kore, and Kamonde hits it out of play. Kamara hitting the ball out of play. Kenya Ports Authority. (23) KDF 15. Easily picked. And it's that point, 24-15. Daniel David, aka Mzito from Kilifi, wishing KPA all the best. Abraham To, KP, oh never mind, those were the scores. And it's 16 for KDF, 24 for Kenya Ports Authority. Maiwe unasema nyinyi kama Bandari, you're very happy. Well received by Wanyama. It's Wanyama again. Ball flying out of court. Quite some energy behind that hit. And it's going to be Muya. Ula unasema the Blues all the way. And a timeout by James Ontere, seeing that there's a loss of rhythm by the Kenya Ports Authority side. Yesterday we witnessed both teams play a thrilling 5-setter which saw Kenya Ports Authority pocket it 3 sets to 2, and KDF trying to reclaim a spot in the finals. It's a must win for them. If not, it's sealed. That is the end of the first set, 25-18. KDF have been trailing for a majority of the set. However, they will need to get into system immediately they start if they are going to survive this and it's going to be the second round, second set of this match, where KDF are seeking to get a lifeline. KPA are seeking to finish this and seal it off. Kindly share the live coverage. Hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't, please like our pages across all our socials. They go by Yegon TV. Masharia will be serving for KDF. A possible jump serve. It is a simple spin, easily picked by Wanyama. Kamonde Brian not quite getting it. And it's Masharia with a hit that goes flying out of court. First point goes to KPA. Omondi will be serving. Kevin Chumba wishing Bandari all the best. Easily picked. And it's Muya. Blocked by Omolo. It was a one-man block. He had everything to do. Everything was working for him. And it's going to be Wechuli serving for KDF, an error in service, bringing KDF closer to the finals. As we keep moving forward, slowly but surely. Omolo Dennis, the service court. KPA 4, KDF 1. Another race by Omolo Dennis. 5-1. From the look of things, this might just be a simple win, or rather an easy one for KPA. Well picked by Masharia, and not the best of sets. Wanyama breaking those blocks. Managing to secure that point for KPA. Eliud Samuel failing to stop that. And it's Kipto. There he is. Trying to find his footing one step at a time. And it's Kipto who goes to serve. I think arguably the youngest player on court today. The most recent signing for the KDF side, fresh out of high school. A three-man block. Will it be Agre? No, it's not. What a risky set by Nick Kimutai. I almost swore that ball would have been set to Agre Kibunge, seeing that that was the most viable option, considering that it was not the best of defenses from the KDF side. Agre Kibunge goes to serve. Agri Kibungei at the service. Well served, easily picked. And it's well picked by Kibungei. Nick sets it, not the best. Macharia does what he can. And this time round, Wanyama punishes KDF. The scores are 8-6. And it's Peter Kamara at the service court. Nick, nobody tried to save it. And there seems to be a ball on court, a ball on court, ball on court. Almost getting into the court. Thank goodness that it didn't, because the kind of damage in terms of injury that can cause is really, really tremendous. And it's going to be Eliud Samoei serving. And it's down the diagonal by Wanyama, who goes on to serve for KPA. KPA serving. Wanyama serves it on the net. And Nick Kimutai is picked. Who will it be? A tricky move by Omondi, and it's Macharia still in play. Wanyama changing it, but unfortunately flies out of court. And it's going to be Nick serving. Well served, easily picked by Omolo. And Kamara attempts to tip that ball. There's a net violation by Macharia, who feels it instantly. You can tell by his reaction that he did touch that net. And it's going to be Zeki Ochieng serving. Kenya Ports Authority maintaining a comfortable lead for the better part of this tour once again. Sending that ball out of play, as he shoots. And it's going to be upon Wechuli to make that service count. Wechuli serving on the net. These errors in service tend to leave the teams disoriented, the team that loses these services. Alex unasema if KDF fumbles this set, finals wataionea hapa YouTube na nyinyi. A very interesting observation there by Alex. And what a solid block, Wanyama and Brian Kamonde, aka the Berlin Wall. And it's going to be Omolo serving. Omolo with the service. Omolo serving. It's out. The ball goes out of play. And it's going to be Kipto with the service. Serves to Omolo. Brian Kamonde. Masharia does not react. Quite unfortunate, but it is the case nonetheless. It's going to be Brian Kamonde with the service. Kpa 13, Kdf 9. Make that 10. And it's going to be Brian Kamara Peter serving. Elias unasema hii imeenda KPA. It's too soon to decide, and we'll have to wait and see. Peter Kamara serving. And it's a point for KDF, the Kenya Defence Forces. KPA still in the lead with 15 points to 11. Will it be sufficient for KDF to make a comeback? We will have to wait and see. Asanteni sana kwa kujiunga nasi. Makena unasema pia leo hapa ni 5. Philip Ndungu unatizama kutoka Congo. Thank you for tuning in. Cynthia unasema Zeki is on fire. Kipto down the line. Evans wishing KPA all the best. As William Morek unasema may the best team win. You, the humble soldiers, were humbled yesterday by Chema. Kongole kwao. A service by Nick Kimtai. Live from Nyeri Kaburini, Ruben Githenji. Thank you for tuning in. George Omindo unasema Docas all the way from County 001. Timeout for the Docas. Remember, these matches are coming to you live from the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. We take pride in bringing you this action from the comfort of your homes, your work, or whatever part of this country and the globe that you're watching us from. We appreciate your feedback. Asanteni sana kwa kutupatia nafasi ya kuwatumbuiza kwa njia ya volleyball. Polo Tultul unasema KDF will struggle in the third set. As Stephen Mutinda says KPA will win 3-0. Kutoka Migori, Otieno Eric unasema KPA all the way. Mwana wa nyumbani. Kazi safi, asante sana Teddy Mwale. Kutoka Nakuru, Okech Peter, thank you for tuning in. And Ishmael, we are glad you're enjoying this match. And it's going to be Zeki serving for KPA, who are currently enjoying a very comfortable lead of 18 points to 12. And it's going to be a float serve. Well picked. Nick. Almost like it was flying out of court, but that intervention by Kamara making it a point for KDF. What a hit by Kipto. Live from Turkana County, Jackson Chegem. Asante kwa kujiunga nasi. You're watching live from Westlands, Nairobi. Dan Kim on your laptop. Asante sana kwa kujiunga nasi as well. And from County 029, Elvis Ngutia. We appreciate you. And it's Kamara easily picked. It's going to be Kipto, definitely Kipto. And this time Omolo's hands were not sufficient in stopping that block. And it's going to be Solomon serving. What a hit by Omolo. We did not see this yesterday. It's refreshing to see him back on form. Quite a refreshing development as we enjoy this second semi-final match between KDF and KPA. Kipto once again. Nick choosing to trust Kipto. Net touch. The second referee indicating the net was touched. And it's going to be Wechuli serving. Live from Meru County. Evans Balala, asante sana kwa kujiunga nasi. And a substitution taking Eliud Samoe out. And in steps jersey number 1, Josephat Mushai. And it's out. Lack of coordination between Brian Kamonde and the setter as Dennis Omolo tries to challenge the fact that there was a net violation. The referee says no. The first referee indicating that you should play on. Well picked. Brian Kamonde again. Too fast. The linesmen were not watching, they would miss it. James Ontere calling that timeout. Could we be looking at another 5-setter? We wait to see. Mongare unasema KPA all the way. Watching us live from Kisumu, Jacob Kiitha. Thank you for tuning in. And watching us live from Seattle, USA. KDF will be humbled. Derek Michael, you're saying thank you. Keep the comments coming in. Give us your predictions for this match. And what are your expectations for the finalists? Also remember that we'll be having the Kenya Cup round of 16 happening at Nyayo National Stadium next weekend. Make your way there to experience some interesting volleyball and action from some of the players that have been missing in the National League. The likes of Enoch Mogeni, Brian Meli, Abiud Chirchir, who will be playing for their mother teams after having a professional stint in different teams around the world. Kamara Peter above the block, almost like there was no challenge on the net. Catherine Baraza, you're wishing KPA all the best. As Karen Jelagat tunes in all the way from Congo. Some interesting volleyball here. Nick trying to save that. Kamonde doesn't let it happen. Indeed, Derek, we have seen KDF make quite the comebacks. When it works for them, it works very well. Not sure whether this will be one of those times. They'll need to do everything to regain a lifeline in the battle for the coveted spot in the finals. What a hit. What a hit by Josephat Mushai. And it's going to be Kipto serving. Anthony Chimanis steps in as the libero to take care of that defense line on the backcourt. Net violation. by Agre Kibunge, aka Pasta, as the Berlin Wall goes to serve. Noel unatutizama all the way from West Pokot. Thank you so much for tuning in. Easily picked. Kipto secures it. Lex from Mombasa. KPA all the way. Thank you for tuning in. As Elvis says his predictions will be a 3-1 win in favor of KPA. And watching live from Sekuru, Kitui, as Victor Kogo is watching us live from Eldoret, cheering on the Kenya Defence Forces boys. And not sure what happened there. There's a net touch. That set going across the net. And Mushai does not hesitate. An error in setting by Omondi. And now it's going to be Pasta, aka Kibunge. Samuel Mwinzi from Sekuru, Kitui County. And Wanyama still in play. What a rally. Who will it be? It's out. The ball flying out of play. A substitution. Okore George, the youngster, steps in place of Brian Kamonde. A young and promising player for KPA. Kutoka Gymnasium. I'm not sure where that is. KPA siku zote. Matthew Limo watching. Asanteni sana kwa kujiunga nasi. Zeki, the Kenya Power. Thomas Oworo unasema what a hit. The Defence Forces getting that defense as they should. Kamara back. Okore out. Mark Tindi unasema KPA all the way. As Vero says that Chema Volleyball will be going to the finals. That match is coming up next between Chema Volleyball Club and one Kenya Prisons volleyball team. Chema won that match yesterday, 3-1. And it's Wanyama to seal in that point for KPA. Okay, Peter wishing KPA all the best. As Abel, I don't know what you're referring to. If you're referring to the series of play, we'll be doing a best of 3. But if you're talking about this particular match, we'll have to wait and see. KPA are enjoying the Chema still. Watching us live from Taraka is Livingstone Muredi. Thank you for tuning in. And live from Samburu County, KPA all the way. Lekimen Cholesayuwon. I hope I say that right. Thank you for tuning in. Kutoka Lakisama, Nyakwar Sara. We've been missing in action. I hope all is well. Livingstone from Taraka should look for you, Stan. I hope he sees that. From Ohio State, all the best KPA. From Dennis Cheriot, thank you for tuning in. And live from Samburu County, like I said, Lekimencholesayon, quite a tongue twister that name is. I can only hope that I did not massacre it. The fan base for the Dockers, the Blue Submarines, is excited, ecstatic, on their feet, seeing that a win, in this case, is looming. They boast of 2 sets. The match between Chema and Kenya Prisons is after this one. Should KPA secure this set, it's a wrap for KDF. They're going to battle it out with the loser between the match, or rather in the match between Chema and KPS. Kenya Prison Service for bronze position. If they take this set, we will require a 5-setter to ensure that they survive this and have a lifeline, just like Kenya Prisons did in the match between them and Kenya Commercial Bank ladies team. KCB beat Prisons yesterday. Today, we've seen Prisons make a comeback and humble KCB 3-2. Another thrilling 5-setter we enjoyed here at Kasarani. Evans Bera unatuzama live from Congo, missing in action. It's been a while. I hope you're well, my brother. Kesho unasema KDF and KPA, as KDF is going to come back strong. Rachel Njoroge unasema KPA all the way, as the Scroll, what a name, is watching us live from Naupa, Nkuruki, Samburu County, ukisupport majeshi ya Kenya. Zawadi, all the best to KPA. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, Matu will be around for Kenya Cup, I think. Unfortunately, the Kenya, or rather General Service Unit, was knocked off at the quarter-final stage that happened in Makande last weekend. Therefore, not making it to the semi-finals. We will not be seeing them contend for number 1, 2, or 3 positions this season. But Kenya Cup has a lot of action packed, with all these teams having players featuring for teams outside the country, getting a chance to play them during the Kenya Cup. It is all systems go. We have actually seen players from foreign countries signing in teams locally just to boost the performance for that particular tournament. The action will be coming to you live from Nyayo National Stadium next weekend. So be sure to tune in and enjoy these matches from us. And it's a point for Kenya Defence Forces as Omolo picks it. Kamara, the ball is still in play. Kibunge again. Wanyama, Kamara picked. The libero doing wonderful performance here as Agre Kibunge seals that point. Kenya Cup will be on next weekend from Friday through to Sunday at the Nyayo National Stadium. It's a service by Kipto of KDF. Again, ball is still in play. The KDF choose to seal that block, and from the look of things, Kamara's height is proving to be challenging. The block line tasked with the responsibility to just calm that block as the players on the back line wait at the baseline, anticipating that trajectory of the ball. Seems to be working really well for KDF. And Omolo picks it. Wanyama, again net violation. Nick Kimtai. David Kamwara Mudengi from Githurai 44. KPA ni kama London. I'm not sure what that means. And it's Omolo Dennis serving for the Dockers. Easily picked by Kibunge, and an attack down the middle by Mushai, securing that point for the Defence Forces. Both teams at par in the early stages of this third set. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate your indulgence. Moirore picks it. Kamara cements it as Masharia fails to make that block. And it's Brian Kamonde, the Berlin Wall, serving for Kpa. Joseph Ekamurano unatutizama from Oyabis, wishing KDF all the best. And it's going to be a simple serve. Kamara once again. The setter choosing to set that ball towards the outside of the opposite position, giving Kamara ample time to hit those balls off the blocks and make sure that they go flying out of play. Remember that these matches are coming to you live from the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. This is Yegon TV. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as we enjoy these matches and we bring them live to you. Also remember to share the live far and wide. Well picked by Wanyama. Kamara once again. Stopped by Masharia. Daniel Wanjala unasema KPA will be winning this. As it's a simple serve, easily picked. Wanyama once again flies for it. And KDF is lucky to miss it. From all indication, Agri Kibungei was diving for that ball. Missed it and it landed outside the court. Joseph Maina behind KPA. And it's going to be one Nick Kimtai serving. Sante sana. We appreciate you. The pan, the slow. Again, Wanyama. And the libero failing to pick that ball. And it's going to be Wanyama with the service. 8 points to 5. KDF, or rather 6 points to 7. I beg your pardon. KPA leading, an attempt at blocking by Nick Kimutai, but it was not to be. Thank you for. We appreciate you and thank you for tuning in. You are the reason we are here. Zeki goes to serve. And it's Zeki Ochieng at the service court. Zeki serving. Well picked. Agri Kibunge and Omondi doesn't stop that hit. And it's going to be one Wechuli serving. And an interesting retrieval there by Kipto. Another tip. Who sets it? Kibunge. Still in play. The referee says play on. Water rally. Mondi says no, it ends here. Majako Rigi, thank you for tuning in all the way from Kampala, Uganda. Wishing KPA all the best. And Selman Huga, you're watching live from Namibia. Thank you for tuning in. As Kevin Rotich saying KPA all the way, watching us live from your friend Rauti. As we are at it, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. What a block, Kpa, ladies and gentlemen. The youngster doing wonderfully well. Omolo cannot believe what just happened. The scores stand at 11 for KDF and 9 for Kpa. As I was saying, please, while you're at it, ensure to hit that subscribe button. We are Yegon TV, bringing you this action live from the Mo International Sports Center, Kasarani. And we are going to as Bungei Kipiego unatutizama live from Nairobi County. Thank you for tuning in. And it's a dead block by Wanyama and Noah Kerichu unasema KDF will be coming for the next 3 sets. Kesho bado tuko hapa. Kumbuka kwamba kuna mechi itakayochezwa kesho kati ya Prisons Ladies Volleyball Team wakimenyana na Kenya Commercial Bank kuwania tikiti ya kuingia kwenye fainali ya mechi hizi za Kenya Volleyball Federation ligi kuu. Tutakuwa hapa kuwaleteeni mechi hiyo kwa njia ya moja kwa moja iwapo hutakuwa na wakati wa kufika hapa. Inaendelea, ni seti ya 3. Kpa wako kileleni na alama nikijirekebisha, KDF wako kileleni na alama 13 na Kpa alama 12. And once again it's picked Nick Masharia. Well, not the greatest of choices there. David Kazungu natuzama live from Kenya Airbase. All the best to KDF. As you said, Mungu ni wa majeshi. And Peter Kamara with that service. And it's a point for KDF. And it's going to be Nick Kimtai with the service. Nick Kimutai serving. Wanyama picks it. Omondi Wanyama off of the hands of Kipto. And it's in the court. Nicholas Kiplimo unatutizama from KDF range na Nyuki. Support from Rolling Fire. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching us live from Eldoret. Simiyu Evans, thank you for tuning in. Wishing Kpa all the best as it is right now. The serve on the net, sending KPA to the 15th point mark. (16-14). I beg your pardon. Peter Kamara. Agre Kibunge. It's a point. Wonderfully done. Simple and direct. Scores are KPA 16, KDF 16. No, it did not touch the ground. Easily picked. And there it is. Moirori on the receiving end. Mercy Nangila, thank you so much for tuning in. And watching us live from Moi Airbase, Anthony Kamanja, thank you for tuning in. As Stephen Kipkosgei is tuned in all the way from Dubai, wishing KDF all the best. Dolo unasema KPA is the best team, and Semongich Saimo, I think, is watching us live from Somalia. Dominic Cheriot, KDF all the way. Mungu wa Majeshi watching us live from Memorial. Thank you for tuning in as we enjoy this second semi-final match for both the teams. And it's going to be Wechuli at the service. It's going to be Wechuli with the service. Gladys Muge, thank you for tuning in. Kadogo amesalim. The United States of America. James, unatutizama live from Kibwezi. Omolo, it's out. There was no touch on that ball. Na kutoka Gilgil 5KR Eunice, thank you for tuning in. All the way from Kilifi County. The match is indeed worth watching. Davis, thank you for tuning in. Wanyama picks it quite easily, and Omolo punishes KDF. The scores are 20-16. KPA trailing. Will it be another one? Who will it be? Once again, Kipto sending it flying out of court. KDF are looking for a lifeline. Timeout by Coach Elisha Aliwa. Quite necessary seeing the trajectory of things. Mark Tindi unatutizama kutoka Ashton, Mombasa, behind KPA. Remember, these matches are happening at Moi International Sports Center, Kasara. Kibunge. Cheer power behind na kutoka I think Mlolongo, Joseph Kiplimo unatutizama, rallying behind KPA. What an intense game. Worth watching live from, I'm not sure where that is, Robert Mkomba unatutizama. And there was a hit on the antenna that is considered out. The antenna is an extension of the line from the ground up, indicating where the court starts and where it stops vertically. KDF 23, or rather KDF set points. KDF 23, I beg your pardon, KPA 18. Timeout by Ontere. Well done, unasema it's going to be a 5-set thriller. We wait and see. Will KDF bring us back to Kasarani tomorrow? Kenya Prisons ladies have made sure to do that. Kamonde Brian securing that point. And it's going to be a substitution. Okore in place of Kamara this time. James Ontere choosing to use his tactical service this time for Kamara Brian. Alex unasema it's going to be a 3-1 kind of situation. That ball does not go across the net. KPA are slowly building up. They boast of 2 sets. The first of this semi-final, Aliwa choosing to call that timeout. A tactical move to break that momentum in serving by Okore. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sakong Adrian unasema all the best kwa majeshi. We appreciate you tuning in. We hope you're enjoying this match as well as we are. KDF 2 points shy of taking this set, the first in this second round of semi-finals. If not, KPA will pocket this and consequently pocket the match. Interesting, Okore does serve. Okore just served out of play. That tactical move by Elisha Aliwa working out for them. And it's going to be Mushai serving for KDF. Well picked by Murore. Kamara Peter. And almost as if it was flying out of play. But Agre Kibunge right at the baseline, attempting to pick that ball. Double substitution. Kamara steps out in place of the setter Elias Gitao, formerly of Equity, as Juan Omondi steps out, and in comes for the first time Matthew Imani, the youngster for KPA. A tactical move to ensure that there's a 3-line attack for KPA, and easily picked the libero Masharia. Ball is still in play. Elias Gitao, well picked. Who will it be? Masharia. There's a touch. No, there isn't. And it's 21-23. Agre Kibunge Masharia is out of play once again. 22. 22 to 23. 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 22 to for Kpa. Set point KDF. Elias Gitao serving. Who will it be? Well picked by Omolo. Punished. Wechuli. For a better part of this set, they just needed this set to seal their entry into the finals. Unfortunately, it was not to be. The KDF rose back to life.
Takuja.
And you're back with the start of the fourth set in this second semi-final match between KDF and Kenya Ports Authority. Kenya Ports Authority secured the first two sets. And the third one going to KDF. Hard fought, and it worked out for the boys of the defense forces. Omolo stopped by Wechuli. Keep them coming. Your comments, your sentiments, predictions, shout outs to these players on court. Peter Kamara picked. Nick saves it. Macharia with that finish. Who will it be? Kamara Peter. And the blocks of the youngster Kipto could not be sufficient to block that powerful hit by Peter Kamara. Power Media, these matches are coming to you live from the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. Easily picked. And Mushai attempts to make that kill. It was not to be. Once again, the referee choosing to... The setter, I beg your pardon, choosing to confirm that. And this time, Mushai does not disappoint. And Agre Kibunge failing to secure that point. Brian Kamonde, the Berlin wall at the service court. Not the best by Macharia. Kibunge attempting to block Kamara Peter. And it flies out of play. Samuel Muriuki watching us live from Isiolo, rallying behind the Kenya Ports Authority Volleyball Club. Agre Kibunge, well done by Mushai once again. As Agre goes to serve. KPA still in the lead, 4 points to 3. And it's Wanyama and a headshot. The ball is still in play. Kamara Peter down to Kipto. Samuel Murioki rallying behind KPA. As Cosmas Karune is watching us live from his bed sitter in Roysambo. Cosmas, that is rather too close. Wondering why you did not easily done. Moirore picks it. Kamara Peter. And Macharia fails to defend that. Petronila umesema Mungu ni wa majeshi. Agnes Akiru rallying behind KDF. Macharia once again. Both sides bringing in the guns. It's a do or die situation for KDF, a lifeline. For KPA, the bragging rights and a chance at taking the title. Kenya Volleyball Federation's 2025-2026 National League champions. This is the first, or rather the second round of the men's semifinals, the first for the men's side, and the other second round will be coming up later. Kenya Prisons Volleyball Club, Men Volleyball Club, will be squaring it off with Chema Volleyball Club, who humbled them 3-1 yesterday. And there is no touch on that ball, and a possible cross. The coach, KDF, challenging that decision by the second referee. Some challenges in the officiating here. Tempers running high. Ontere defending that decision. Both coaches, former players of Wafalme in their prime. Aliwa being a setter and Ontere playing the opposites. Both coaches equal to the task, mentoring these young men and growing the game of volleyball. It's important to note that both coaches were in the technical team that traveled to Uganda with our Wafalme Stars just recently, Ontere being the trainer and Elisha the assistant coach, the head coach being Tarus of the General Service Unit. We wait to see what the referee's decision will be. A lot is at stake, so such decisions need to be accurate. Mudengi from Githurai 44 Police. Asante sana kwa kujiunga nasi. Unasema KPA ni moto sana. As Noah Kerich says, KDF will be coming for the next 2 sets, suggesting that we'll be here on Sunday for a decider match between the two. Some TED talk by the players on both sides, taking advantage of this confusion to whisper something. Benson unasema uko Kasarani live. Unatakia, not sure what that team is, Ushindi, but thank you for tuning in. Chalo, you're enjoying the match. We are missing you in the house. One of the die-hard fans of volleyball, as well as soccer in the country. Well, the decision has been made. We keep playing. And it's going to be Zeki Ochieng at the service court. Easily picked. Not the best of sets. And it did not go across the net. Indeed, it did not. KPA 8, KDF 6. The match coming up next is one between Kenya Prisons and Shema. Another exciting match that is well anticipated. The last of the day. Moya, no, Kipto. Omondi suggesting that the ball did not cross over. Manyonge unawatakia KDF kila laheri all the way from Juja. Thank you for tuning in. And it's a pick by Nick and a solid Berlin wall by Brian Kamonde, securing that point for the Dockers. 9 points to 6. 9 points to 6. Well, Cosmas Karone is not with the team today. I'm not sure why. We'll be able to give you that information as soon as we get it. And it's Wechuli who secures that point for KDF, playing catch-up. Easily picked. And there's Kamara stopped by Mushai and Kipto. The duo giving the best block formation, stopping that powerful hit by Kamara. Kelvin Munene unatakia KPA all the best, watching us all the way from Meru. Easily picked. Well picked by Agre Kibunge. The ball is still in play. It's going to be Agre. No, it's not. Mushai attempting to tip that ball at the center. And what a risk by Omolo Dennis. And the lack of anticipation by Mushai, sending that ball landing on the back court. Amos Kipchumba unasema kama GSU mnakujia Kenya Cup. Well picked by Masharia, an open line of attack for Kipto. Jacqueline Mutua unatuzama all the way from Malindi, wishing KDF all the best. And it's going to be Kipto with the service, easily picked by Wanyama. Omolo Dennis. And again anticipation. And again anticipation by one Kipto failing to go for that ball. Benson Wamoto unatizama mechi hizi from Kasarani live, supporting KDF. It's quite an enjoyable match. Omolo picks it. Wanyama tries to make that kill, and it's Kamara this time round catching Kipto off guard, and he sends it out of play. The KDF, or rather KPA fan base, up on their feet. Well, sir, and a three-man block. Nyama, Peter Kamara. What a block. What a point. KPA 12, or rather KPA 13. KDF 9. BTS unatutazama all the way from Indani, running behind KDF. Asante sana kwa kujiunga nasi. As we move on, please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We are Yegon TV, bringing these matches live from the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. We hope you're enjoying them as much as we are, and that this experience makes your weekend much more enjoyable. Remember that we'll be back here tomorrow for the match between KCB and Kenya Prisons. That will be the decider match to determine who makes it to the finals. Wanyama stop him. A double substitution. Muya stepping in and a leak out. Again, what we've been seeing, where the coaches choose to have that three-line of attack, with Muya stepping in to play opposite, and Nick, who's the setter, steps out, and the other setter steps in for Kipto. Jersey number 5, Bernard Kiplimo. This is basically to give the team options and the setter options for attack positions, and it's Muya delivers as expected. Actually, Agri Kibungei, I beg your pardon. Both players powerful and equal to the task. James Moema unatizama kutoka wapi? Tujulishe. And it's going to be Agri Kibungei serving. And it's Wanyama once again. Muya failing to stop that. Kamara serving. Kpa 15, Kdf 10. James Mwema unatutizama kutoka Dubai. I'm not sure whether that is accurate. Kamara Peter. Wanyama once again, this time round, Mushai doing it. Alex, you're observing that Kpa is outside hitter position. Is wanting. Well, I don't know about you, but I beg to differ because Wanyama is doing well for himself. Well picked, but not sufficient. Ball goes flying out of court. And it's going to be a service for Wanyama. Well served, a simple spin. It's going to be Masharia with a one-man block. That is Omondi. Not sufficient to secure that point. It's going to be Muya serving. James Mwema, you are at Al-Quoz too. Indeed, thank you for tuning in. Well picked by Agre and easily done by Masharia. Another looming double substitution. And it's still Muya serving. It's going to be a jump serve once again. Well done. Muirore picks it. Omolo. Muya could not save it. And that double substitution. Nick and Kipto step back in. And Muya and his counterpart Bernard Kiplimo step back out. Again, we're back to the three line of attack for the Kenya Defence Forces. We've not seen Ontere do this. The only time he does his substitution is either to boost the service or block area. We saw it with Jos Baraza at one point and it worked beautifully for him. And well executed by Wechuli. Bernard, another substitution. Masharia steps out. And in comes Solomon. The scores are 14-17. Ball is in. Wanyama does it. There's a touch on that ball. 18-14. Well picked. Well done. And the referee indicates that the ball was touched twice. As Kpa advance to the 19th point against 14 for KDF. This time round again hitting that ball down the line, it goes out of court. A timeout by Coach Aliwa. Recalling unasema KPA to the finals. The match between KCB and Kenya Prisons. Kenya Prisons managed to win that match. It was an exciting 5-set thriller that saw Kenya Prisons make a comeback. We will be back here tomorrow to witness the decider match between both teams, which will determine who gets to proceed to the finals. However, KPC, Kenya Pipeline Company, managed to secure that win, the first finalists of the day. Kenya Pipeline Company, after beating DCI 3-0 twice yesterday and today. John Jaggi watching from O level, wishing KPA a win. There was a touch. According to the referee, the lines judge indicating that that ball flew out of play. Coach Aliwa resigning to fate and saying that an indication that the officiating is wanting, as KPA go to 21 and KDF at 15. Omolo Dennis serving, the skipper for the sides. And that touch of the net by the service by Omolo, making it difficult for the libero, the seasoned Eliud Samoei, to retrieve it. It's 22-15. KPA running away with this. Easily picked by Kibunge. And a body shot, almost body shot. Moirori on the receiving end, but he has really done well for himself this time round. Playing all matches. I'm not sure why we are not seeing Sam Juma on court, but delivering what he should throughout these semi-final matches. Tomorrow's matches will be determined by the actual number of matches, because they will only be necessitated by either a team losing a match today. Actually, the only reason would be a team that won yesterday losing a match today. So the third match tomorrow will be a decider. However, if a team that won yesterday wins today, like Kenya Pipeline did earlier in the day, then we will not be having a match tomorrow. So far, we just have one confirmed ticket for tomorrow's decider. Kenya Prisons volleyball team, ladies, who will be facing it off with Kenya Commercial Bank ladies team. We will be communicating the timings for those matches, that match, on our socials, Yegon TV, on every platform, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and of course TikTok, as well as Instagram. What a hit! Kenya Ports Authority, the Blue Submarines, have swum through to the finals. The title for the 2025-2026 National League season is at hand. The match coming up next is between Kenya Prisons men's volleyball team and Chema. If Prisons wins, we'll be back here tomorrow. If Chema win, it's a wrap. Kenya Prisons is out. Thank you for your indulgence. See you on the next one. Yeah. Hey. Yo. Munafaa sasa kunilipa.